Day 95. Okay, so Saturday. Okay, I went for a run and made a smoothie bowl, and now I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of my day. I have nothing planned, and I have ideas. I'm like, oh, I can work on my website, and then I'm like, oh, I can do this post, or I could just not do work and go outside. I don't know. I feel a little overwhelmed with what to do, because I don't know what I feel like doing. My defined head has all these ideas, but I can't figure out what my body wants to do. So decided I'm gonna come on live and chat for a bit, and then hopefully I'll get some answers shortly. See what my body desires to do today. See if I get any invitations. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just be chilling in my own space. Who knows? Okay. So what I want to talk about today is actually the sacral chakra. So we spoke about 2 days ago on day, I believe, 93. I spoke about, or 92, one of those. I spoke about the root chakra. Now we're going to talk about the sacral. Sacral chakra is the one right above, and where you would find it is below your belly button. And so in that area, the color that is associated with the sacral chakra is orange. So imagine going through a chakra system is like going through the colors of the rainbow. So we went from red, and now we're hitting orange. And so the sacral chakra is all about creativity, but also pleasure. So being in Taurus season and doing a post on sensuality not too long ago, I decided this is like a perfect topic to start talking about. And so sacral chakra has everything to do with your creativity, creativity within yourself, creativity within your environment. And I'm not saying creativity has to be art or that kind of stuff. Creativity can literally be anything and anything. And I challenge you, what does creativity mean to you, and how do you use creativity in your life? So tap into that for sure, because I think that sometimes we associate the word creativity of coming up with ideas or, painting something, and we're like, oh, that person's creative, but creative can be so much more than that. It can literally be you find a new way to do something in your day-to-day routine. Or you figure out how to solve puzzles, actual puzzles, but puzzles, just general problem solving. And that is tapping into creativity. And so for me, creativity, I see it as a range of multitude. It's where I come up with ideas. It's where I can sit and paint or draw, and I let that creative expression come out. But also for me, creativity is when I do my own photo shoots, or when I take out my camera and I play with that. And so when I write posts, when I journal, it's creativity. And so in terms of creativity, when the sacral chakra is blocked or maybe overreactive, the creativity part is it's like nothing's happening. And no new ideas are coming up. You're not feeling inspired by anything. And so nothing is lighting you up. Nothing is pulling you towards that hell yes. And so that is usually when you know that your sacral chakra is probably blocked or overreactive. And so that is one way. Another way that your sacral chakra is blocked or overreactive could be pleasure. So what does pleasure mean to you, and how are you giving yourself pleasure sexually and not? So back to my post about sensuality, what does sensuality mean to you? Are you pleasing yourself on a day-to-day? And that doesn't necessarily mean sexually. Yes, sexually, that is very important. I do highly agree about that, whether it is yourself or with a partner. But also, what are you doing outside of the sexual portion? Are you go running and, working here, doing this, taking care of this and not taking that moment to yourself to actually enjoy your cup of coffee or to actually enjoy the meal you are having, or putting on music and dancing just on your own because the song is amazing, or singing in your car and tapping into that. Sensuality has to do with all the senses, and so does pleasure. And so really tap into that of like, what does pleasure mean to you? And if the sacral chakra is blocked, it could be that you don't have any sexual drive right now, or that you are not motivated to like do things that please you, and it's like more kind of this like robotic feeling, I guess is one way to describe it. But it's just kind of like more of a blah versus like ooh, like, you know, like, because the sacral chakra is like, it's something to light you up. And even if you look at human design, for example, generators and mani-gens have a defined sacral chakra. And so they are meant to do things that light them up. They are meant to follow those impulses of like those, well, not always impulses, but those hell yeses, those full body hell yeses, and do things that are fun and play. And so even with the sacral chakra, like to tap into it, to begin making it move, as I said at the root chakra, they either move, they turn. And so you want a nice balance to it. And so what can you do? Definitely healing meditations, any of those like sacral chakra meditations. You can also, what's it called? Oh my God. I'm like blanking out. I had it in my head. Now I'm like, wait, it's gone. It's gone. It just left. So meditations for sure. Any sacral healing meditations. Inner child healing, inner child play. Do things that light up your inner child. So what are some of the things that you did as a kid that you went outside and like, I don't know, like went on a bouncy castle, or, you know, like went and jumped in the puddles, those little things, like, or blow bubbles, I don't know, create sandcastles. Like, what are the things that you used to love to do as a kid? And go do that. And this is where you can play with your inner child and adding that playfulness to your day to day. And this is like how you can like begin to unblock and like start getting that sacral chakra moving. For the non-sacral beings in human design, so manifestors, projectors, and reflectors, what's really cool, because you have either an undefined or open sacral center. This is where you amplify the energy of the manifesting generators and generators. You just got to be a little bit mindful to know when is enough. And so that is where you can like kind of get stuck in the on position and get stuck in the doing. So it is important to be mindful and taking breaks to unplug and being in your own energy, because we amplify it. I think I did a live a couple weeks back, and it was like I went dancing, and I noticed like when I was around the room, like with the group of people that I was with, like it was just like, whoo, like, you know, like let's go, like I'm amplifying the energy. And then it's like when I left, my sister was like, everybody was just kind of like, okay. And I come back and it's like, oh, let's go again. So it's really interesting of how as non-sacral beings we amplify that. And so in terms of like physical ways to see if your sacral chakra is blocked, like obviously like not feeling especially motivated in the creative blocks, that is one way. Not wanting to participate in any sexual pleasure, not interested, don't have the sexual drive. And then also any discomfort or any physical pain around like the stomach area. So any stomach, like kind of like maybe indigestion and those kind of things, but then also relating to the reproductive system. So like women, you know, like, or even men, the reproductive system, that entire area, if there is any kind of things that are popping up around there. And then also your hips too. So your hips are like kind of like all in that area. So if you are feeling discomfort in your hips or having problems with your hips, that is something to also look at. I do know that the hips also relate to the solar plexus as well, because it's like emotions. Like the hips is where you like kind of, a lot of the emotions get stored there. And so this is where I'll do another video, and we will definitely talk about the solar plexus chakra. And then I'll be continuing going up as I feel aligned to doing these, like, you know, doing this. So yeah, so this is everything about the sacral chakra. If there's anything that resonated, if you have any more questions, if you found this video super, super interesting, please like, share, comment. I highly appreciate everything. I love that you guys are watching these videos. Like, I mean, day 95, what the fuck? Like, then, like, I know I made the commitment of 365 days live, and I know I'm gonna do it, no doubt. But the fact that I still have my desire, motivation, and I'm still doing it, and I'm not like, ugh, I have to go on live. To me, that's a really good sign. And so I love that I'm hitting 95, and we're like 5 days away for 100, which is really exciting. And yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Cool. Also, I do want to mention that there are spaces available for one-to-one coaching, and I do offer also tarot card readings and human design readings. So if there's anything, like any of those things that are interesting to you, please send me a message. Let me know. Send me an invite. I'm a projector, so I'm not going to slide into your DMs and tell you about my services. I'm going to tell it here, and I trust that those who are excited to work with me will. And also the Q Masterclass is still free, and it will be free until May 26th. And so head on to the link in bio and you can register there. And that's it. That's it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye.